agriculturists have found a new way to raise vegetables using geothermal energy. Find out more coming up.
A storm's a-brewing in this part of the state. Find out more on my first weather forecast.
We have a special look at the annual SRCC. All of this and more right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Good evening, and welcome to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Corbin Shaner.
And I'm Deja Ramos. Thank you so much for watching.
The Curry County Sheriff's Office and the Clovis Animal Control has seized 48 cats and dogs, along with 4 pigs. Yesterday morning at 9 a.m., deputies from the Curry County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant on a home. There they found the floor covered in urine, feces, and other substances. While checking the home for occupants, they initially found 7 dogs. However, in total they found 17 dogs and 10 cats in various rooms. Their attention was then drawn to an RV parked in the residence where barking could be heard. It was later determined that the RV contained an additional 15 dogs. In total, 48 dogs and cats were seized, and while attempting to catch all the animals, 3 escaped. There were also 4 pigs on the property. The investigation is still ongoing, but the Curry County Sheriff's Office is anticipating filing several charges, including extreme cruelty to animals and failure to vaccinate for rabies.
And up next, we have a fun story involving the police. The Hobbs Police Department recently took a field trip with an elementary school. The Hobbs Police Department participated with the Jefferson Elementary School's first grade field trip to the Hobbs Animal Adoption Center. The kids there were able to try on one of the patrol vests, sit in a real cop car, and practice their aim with water guns. They also learned about the importance of calling 911.
You know, I've heard of having rainstorms or thunderstorms in spring, but never a tornado.
Yeah, am I gonna blow away when I walk home later today?
Let's see if we can help you stay informed about that. So as you can see over here, that there is a big storm brewing in eastern New Mexico, going into the panhandle of Texas and onto Oklahoma. Those little yellow boxes are tornado watches. And as you can see, there was a tornado warning right there where the flash flood is now. However, we still need to be prepared in this area for a tornado warning. Now, the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning is a tornado watch is when conditions are just about right for a tornado to form, but one hasn't yet. But a tornado warning is when one has been sighted in the area. Some tips to stay safe during tornado watches is to stay informed and have an emergency plan ready. And for tornado warnings, to seek shelter on the lowest floor away from windows. That's all I have for my first weather. Back to you, Corbin and Deja.
Thank you, Drake. The use of geothermal energy dates back to at least 10,000 years ago in North America, where indigenous peoples were drawn to hot springs where soaking in the warm water supposedly brought a wide range of medical benefits.
Now, farmers or horticulturalists in Colorado have found a way to use that energy to help raise their vegetables. Our friends at Rocky Mountain PBS sat down with them today.
You walk in here, it's just like another world. There's so much going on between the pond and the herb garden and the cover crops.
Here we are at the Geothermal Greenhouse Partnership location at Centennial Park in the town of Pagosa Springs, Colorado, situated right on the San Juan River. We're standing in the Education Dome right now. That was the first one built. We have 2 other domes that were built, the Community Garden Dome and the Innovation Dome. These domes are heated with the assistance of geothermal heat. We here in Pagosa Springs are strategically and fortunately located above an accessible geothermal heat source. In this case, we've channeled that geothermal heat into plumbing, and that actually where we're standing in these pathways, there's heating below us. We're up at above 7,000 feet. So our soils around here are kind of characterized by heavy clay and shale, and not always super ideal for growing. Yes, we can grow food outside, but we're limited with our short season. And that's where the domes come into play, is really we can grow food year round that we otherwise couldn't. Just being able to produce greens regularly in the wintertime is a big piece. We have a number of food pantries in this town. And so a lot of the produce in these domes goes to those food pantries. We have 0 paid staff members. This wouldn't tick without the help of a lot of volunteers.
My name's Savannah Sullivan, and this is my 2nd season volunteering with the GGP. Really, I was just new to town and walking down here. I've always been interested in gardening and have worked with like different landscaping companies. So I popped in and they just kind of welcomed me in and taught me the ropes. I'm usually out here once a week checking out plants, making sure they look healthy, transplanting plants, starting seeds, taking care of the fish. It's just fun. It's like a little piece of me.
I think the coolest part about this whole project, in my opinion, is the visibility. We're really centrally located, being right in town, right along the river. Routinely, I see people walking through here, stopping to congregate, whether it's in our amphitheater right outside, or stop into any of the domes or the gardens right here on site. And so it's really a community hub. If people want to learn how to grow food and work with others, then come on in.
All of the produce goes towards local food pantries and supporting the surrounding communities. And if you are curious, you can find out about your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/find-your-local-food bank. Coming up, we'll have a special inside look at the annual SRCC and what it takes for that event.
But first, here's a look at our financial market. Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Drake Long, here to take you through the weather. Now, as I was talking about, we have a storm brewing down here in our part of the country, but as you can see, we also have one up near Quebec and Toronto in the northeastern part of the country, and one as well near Portland and San Francisco. So the entire country right now is dealing with a lot of storms, but the one that I'm going to talk about the most is the one that concerns us. So as you can see, there is lots of storm buildup, heavy over here by the Clovis area, and in Lubbock we were getting some snow in there as well. Like I said, you need to be prepared for a tornado warning if one does arise, so make sure you're monitoring your phones, your local TV stations, all that to stay informed. Taking a closer look, you can see that the Clovis area is going to experience a lot of rain along with the Portales area. Like I said earlier, that storm's going to be pushing into Oklahoma from the Texas Panhandle, so make sure you are prepared for whatever situation arises. Coming into the temperatures, we have Albuquerque at an 81, Socorro at an 85, Las Cruces at an 84, and Alamogordo at an 88. Moving into the eastern side, Roswell at 89, Santa Rosa at 77, Clovis at 78, and Portales at 76. Coming into tonight's lows, we have Gallup at 34, 43 in Farmington, Santa Fe's at a 46, and Silver City's at 45. Coming into the eastern side once again, we have Amarillo at a 58, Lubbock at a 62, Tucumcari at a 57, Clovis at 56, and 58 for Portales. Coming back over to tomorrow's highs, we have 81 in Silver City, 75 in Gallup, 85 in Truth or Consequences, and 82 in Albuquerque. Eastern side once again, we have 70 up in Tucumcari, 73 in Santa Rosa, 84 in Roswell, 72 in Portales, and 71 in Lubbock. Tomorrow night's lows, we're looking at 35 in Gallup, 43 in Farmington, 50 in Socorro, 46 in Ruidoso, 50 in Alamogordo. Going into our 7-day forecast, we can see that Roswell has 83 degrees, dropping to 60. On Sunday, it's going to be toasty at 93. Monday, 87. Tuesday, 80. Wednesday, 81. Thursday, 87. And Friday, 78. Going into Tucumcari, we have 71, 86, 79, 69, 75, 72, and 73. Heading into Portales, we have 71 on Saturday, 89 on Sunday, 83 on Monday, 72 on Tuesday, and it's going to ride out into the high 70s for the rest of the week.
So, okay, I think I'm going to have batteries and my extra lamps prepared just in case.
Just
that
to be
sounds like
safe.
a good plan.
We'll
Yep.
be back after the break.
Welcome back. Eastern New Mexico University recently hosted its annual Student Research and Creativity Conference.
News 3 New Mexico's Hannah Knight takes us through a few interviews with judges and participants to see what the conference is like and why it's important.
Eastern New Mexico University's annual SRCC, or Student Research and Creativity Conference, attracts competitors from all areas of study for one purpose: showing off what they've been learning.
My name is Adam, and I did a content analysis for my social research methods class, and it was about military advertisements.
Okay, so I have been working on my archaeological site, Trinchera Cave in southeastern Colorado, since my undergraduate years. Originally, I created a 3D model of the site to test the viability of being able to analyze rock imagery or to be able to see it using a 3D model.
Where confidence in the job market might be concerned, it also gives participants something they can use to prove themselves when graduating and entering their career.
So it's a research conference that kind of focuses on giving students an opportunity to actually present their original work that they've done in their classes.
They get a chance to bring to the public and to other students everything that they've done in terms of their methods, in terms of their questions, and it creates a dialogue, a public dialogue about important topics.
Some students are participating for the first time or for the only time, but for others, they take the opportunity to improve year after year.
I felt like for me it was pretty straightforward since I used a quantitative analysis. Like I wasn't really like looking for the deeper meaning. I was trying to see like how they present themselves to the masses.
I actually developed my own method for SRCC, where I'm taking a grid overlay of my steel ortho model of Trinchera Cave that I've made, my 3D model, and I'm using that to have a sequential, numerical sequence going across and an alphabetical sequence coming down, and then that will give me quadrants that I will then separate. I will determine and put into a database all the features of all the rock imagery that's in this quadrant. So A1 or B3. And that's called seriation, and that's never been done before. This is a new method. Nobody's ever attempted to use a 3D model to describe or analyze rock art, or to use it for seriation purposes. So that's what I wanted to show at SRCC, my new developmental methods, along with what I'm doing over at Trinchera, and kind of just getting my research out there.
It was definitely like stressful. You know, I feel like I had quite a unique experience because I entered the SRCC for 2 different projects, like for 2 different classes entirely. One of them was a culinary project, but the other was this research project that I actually won for, and I was really excited to have had the opportunity to present for that. I feel like that it was valuable, like in sense of like it was my first time like doing like real research that was like for a purpose, you know what I mean? That there was like something on the table for, you know, and having that experience kind of like I feel like maybe would help me prepare me for the real world, you know?
And of course, the SRCC happens every spring, meaning that new undergraduates have something to look forward to. And the judges have a few words of advice.
I think the best thing that students could do to get ready for the SRCC would be to talk to their advisors and other faculty members that they're working with on campus. I think the best thing is to get your ideas early.
I would like to see more people, specifically in all the fields, participate. And if we can, it will be fun to see students from the other universities. And I mean by other universities, the other campuses from Eastern New Mexico University also compete. So if they're interested, for them to get involved.
Next year, we'll see many more inventions and research projects by ENMU students for the SRCC. Those who have already graduated might just be making a splash as they apply that research to their career. For News 3 New Mexico, I'm Hannah Knight.
What a great opportunity.
Thanks, Hannah. Well, the annual Pioneer Days Rodeo and Parade are coming up in Clovis just next week. Get ready for the amazing skills shown off by cowboys and cowgirls across the nation, all of whom are some of the best in the world. The rodeo will feature many events from mutton busting to steer roping to barrels and breakaway and steer roping. Each day will also host a theme, with the first being Red, White, and Blue Day, the second being Breast Cancer Awareness, and the third being American Cowboy. Tickets are on sale now, so don't hesitate. Coming up after the break, we'll have the celebration of the new mural on the ENMU Portales campus, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. And an ENMU alumni comes back home to contribute to his community in quite an amazing way.
News 3's very own Drake Long met with Jacob Lee to discuss his new art piece titled Answer the Call.
The campus of ENMU Portales has a brand new addition to its already stunning campus. A mural, created by Jacob Lee and his ragtag team of volunteers. It depicts a greyhound, complete with a Zia flag, beautiful flowers, and an abundance of Navajo culture. They've been hard at work painting an art piece that is meant to add some color and vibrancy to the campus grounds. I met with Jacob and a few members of his team to take a behind-the-scenes look at what exactly goes into creating a mural of this complexity.
My name is Jacob Lee. I'm from the Raymond Navajo Reservation. And the name of this project's called Answer the Call. And it's just literally a mural dedicated to perseverance, resilience, and being okay with trying new things and having that courage.
When I first got here, I had spoken with Jacob, and I just found that he was a really charming person, and I was like, I just want to help this dude. I just want to paint with him.
I'm really getting involved with this because this guy Jacob is really cool. So he reaches a lot of people.
My spouse is Darian. She does incredible. She's an incredible artist. That's how we met.
My name is Darian Nez, and I have a master's degree in business.
She does clothing, native clothing, and her business is Tonohana Fashions. That's Tohani. And my business is Jacob Lee Concepts, and you can find that at jacobleeconcepts.com.
Since Jacob and I have these artist abilities, we decided to go into this business. So he helps me and I help him. When Jacob started this, he had a lot of thought go behind what every piece meant. From the tail to the paws to the hindquarters to even the colors.
It really is a marathon, we want to just keep doing it right and keep it steady,
Jacob Lee and his crew made sure to treat this project with care and included the community as best they could.
I didn't really, do a good amount of it, but I helped out, so it's cool to see that I did take part in it.
We even had babies come out and they were painting the lines.
We had someone's kids help us paint the background as well.
Everyone chipped in and I appreciate it.
People have been here every day helping out just where they can. And it feels nice to just build something together,
I would like to say this is my mural, but that's not true at all. I think there were so many people that came in for this, the art students here, the staff, community. The team did a great job helping me pull this together.
April 24th was the big reveal for the mural, and needless to say, it had quite the turnout. When Jacob Lee took the podium, he began by introducing himself in his native language.
I said, my name is Jacob Lee. I am from the Saltwater Clan, born for the two people who came to the River Clan.
Even the designs here, culturally, those represent the sky in our culture. And it's just an amazing thing to watch come to life.
This whole piece is actually dedicated to night and day. So you'll see the morning starting here and the evenings, ending there. And all these types of things were gifted to us by, we believe, our ancestors as symbols to grow. So a lot of these symbols you see, that's what that reflects. And you'll see two, they look like black chevrons, but they're actually really dark purple arrowheads, and they represent protection.
It just brings together, I think, so much of the culture and the history of this part of the country, and just the artistry of what he's brought to us. So what a great addition to our campus.
Just a beautiful thing to be a part of, It makes you feel better in the soul, It's a cleanser. So you get out and do something like this, is good for the people.
I always think we need more arts around campus. After seeing this, I'm like, we need a mural on every building.
And as an artist, there's just so many, the amount of possibilities are infinite.
Just be kind, and then it'll help the world be a better place if you make sure that you try to treat yourself well.
With one last look at that mural, this is Drake Long, signing off.
If you'd like to go see the mural for yourself, it's located at the tennis court on campus facing the College of Business.
And if you'd like to support Jacob Lee, his website is jacobleeconcepts.com. And we will be right back after the break.
know that in Curry County right now there is a severe thunderstorm warning with hail mixed in, so make sure you're careful.
Well, let's hope this storm doesn't do too much damage.
Alrighty, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us and have a great evening.